Here's what people think they know about comments and DMs. They think it's all about being nice, being responsive, having a good chat with whoever shows up. That's the easy part. The hard part is this: every single comment and DM is a conversation that's already in progress. It's not, should I respond? It's, what am I going to say that will make them keep talking? And then what do I do next? This is Real Estate Agent Marketing, the show about running real estate marketing like the machine it actually is. I'm Mikey, and today we're doing the single highest leverage 30 minutes in this entire business, working the inbox. Here's how the inbox works in a real estate market that knows what it's doing. Every comment on an open house post, every DM, every message that hits your system is a conversation that needs a reply. It's not an afterthought. It's the top of your funnel. And if you don't treat it like one, someone else will. Let me tell you how this works in practice. Your OS watches for comment and DM keywords. When someone says tour or price, it triggers an instant response. That's not a nice to have. It's the first step of a funnel that leads to a listing. If your system is set up right, it knows what to say and when to say it. It knows how to respond without you typing anything, and it knows when to send something to a person. The first response needs to be helpful, not just polite. A quick message with a link to the next step. A reminder that you're available. A way for the person to take action right now, not later. If someone asks, tour, your system says, I'd be happy to schedule that for you. What time works best? That's not just a reply, it's a move. What happens when the message comes in? First, it gets flagged with a keyword, tour, price, open, list. If it's one of those, the OS sends an instant, helpful response. That means it doesn't wait for you to type anything. It does the first step of your process without you lifting a finger. Then it gets triaged. That's where most agents mess up. Some people think they can deal with everything themselves. They don't separate high intent from low intent messages. A message that says, love this house, gets treated like a message that says, I want to buy this house today. That's not how sales funnels work. There are 3 tiers of inbox triage. Generic praise or random compliments get a like and maybe a quick thank you. Keywords like tour, price, list trigger an automated response and then escalation to a person. Anything ambiguous goes to your team member for follow-up. This way, the highest intent conversations never wait. Your system is doing the heavy lifting so you can focus on what matters. The OS watches every message, flags it with keywords, and replies instantly. Then it knows when to send it to a human and when to just log it and leave it for later. Automation makes first, the default. That's how agents win listings. Not because they're better at showing houses, not because they have better photos, because they replied first. They had a system that made sure someone responded immediately. That's what separates the people who make sales from the people who just post a listing and hope. This is not some nice-to-have thing. It's a mechanical process built around 3 simple rules: instant replies to intent keywords, triage by intent, and escalation when needed. Let me walk you through the actual steps. This is how to build an inbox system that actually works. First, identify your intent keywords. These are what people say when they mean something. Tour, price, list, open. You know them because you've seen them in practice before. It's not about guessing. It's about watching the conversations in your own inbox and seeing what gets traction. When someone says tour, that's a keyword. When they ask about price, that's a keyword. When they send a message that starts with, I'm interested in buying this, that's a keyword too. Next, set up your OS to detect these keywords automatically. The system needs to watch for them, flag them, and reply instantly. If you get a message with tour, it replies immediately. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to write anything. It just happens. Then set up your triage process. When the OS flags a keyword, send the conversation to one of 3 levels. Level 1 is for generic praise or random messages. Those get a like and maybe a short response. Level 2 is for intent keywords. These go to an automated response, then to a team member who can follow up with more details. Level 3 is for anything ambiguous. These get routed to a person who knows how to talk to that kind of lead. Finally, build your escalation logic. When you have high-intent conversations, they should be handed off immediately. A message that says, tour, doesn't wait 5 minutes before someone responds. It gets escalated right away. And when it does, the team member sees what was said and can continue the conversation without missing a beat. This process is all about speed. It's not about being perfect, it's about making sure that every conversation starts with an action, not a pause. Here's why you can't afford to do it wrong. First, speed is everything in this inbox game. A buyer who comments on your post wants the address now, not tomorrow. That's what the OS does, replies instantly, then hands off to someone who can help. If you miss that first moment, you lose a lead before you even know they were interested. Second, triage means you're not drowning in noise. Every message needs to be sorted, and fast. If you're spending time on something that says, "I love your house," instead of "tour," you're wasting time that could go toward closing sales. Third, automation doesn't replace humans, it makes humans better. You don't need to type the same response over and over. The system does it for you. You get to talk to real buyers, not just answer the same questions. The more you automate, the more time you have for actual conversations. The fourth mistake is thinking this is some kind of afterthought. It's not. It's the first step in converting interest into business. If you treat comments and DMs like an appendix, that's exactly where your leads will end up, ignored. And the fifth one is not tracking performance. You don't know if your system is working unless you measure it. How long does it take to respond? What are your conversion rates? Are people clicking through to schedule tours after they get a keyword response? These numbers tell you what's working and what needs improvement. So here's the takeaway. One rule that matters more than anything else. Treat comments and DMs like the top of your funnel, not an afterthought. That's it. That's how to run your inbox right. You're not just answering questions. You're starting conversations with people who are already interested in your properties. The system is simple. Set up keyword triggers, auto-respond instantly, triage fast, escalate smart, and track everything so you know what works. And if you do this right, you'll never be the agent who loses a listing because someone else responded faster. If this one earned its 30 minutes, the full system is inside the course at learn.mikey.ai. I'm Mikey. Go look at your inbox like it's the front door to your business. That's real estate agent marketing. If this one earned its 30 minutes, the full system is inside the course at learn.mikey.ai. I'm Mikey. Go look at your inbox like it's the front door to your business.